We're the only thing keeping you from lunch, which is even worse than being the first one after lunch. So we'll try to get through this quickly and effectively. You actually may have seen a couple of these slides from Eugene's presentation earlier. I'm starting this in a little bit reverse order. You see the call to action is the first slide as opposed to the end. And there's a reason for that, because I want to keep your attention before you start smelling the food. So let's move forward. There we go. Okay, so we have a little trade show coming up in January, CES. I'm sure none of you have ever heard of it. It's kind of like renting a horse at a dude ranch. You know, it's all of us go after right after all the holidays. We turn around immediately on the first Monday of January and make a beeline, packing our bags and head to Vegas. We're all there. We're all busy. We're homeless this year for CES right now. We're looking for sponsors to host the AllSeen Alliance in their booth at CES. We had a great show at IFA in Berlin. We're looking for that same or higher level of presence at CES. So my call out to you is, if you have a booth and you have room to host us, please contact Susan or myself. We'd like to work with you on having that same multi-company presence that we had. So the introduction, the goal of the marketing committee is to drive the awareness and participation of the AllSeen Alliance through effective messaging and presence at events, conferences, trade shows. Susan and I are the co-chairs. Brett Preston from Linux is the secretary, herder, whip cracker, everything we need to do to keep us focused and on the task. We have our committee meetings every other week, alternating mornings and evenings so that everybody around the world can participate. The current schedule for our next meeting is the Wednesday night before Thanksgiving. We may look to modify that one because a lot of people will be getting away. But right now we do it on Wednesdays late evenings and then Wednesdays late morning. So the objectives for this year, for fiscal 14, as passed down from the board, were the three that you see on the screen. To inform and amplify to the industry and members about companies using AllJoin, to create awareness and to grow membership in the Alliance, and to amplify to the industry and members about the ability to contribute code. I think by our measure, we had a very successful year, and I'm going to go into a few highlights, and Susan's going to go into a little bit more detail. Highlights, we have grown membership from 24 at the start of the year to over 80 now in less than 11 months. It's been very strong growth, particularly over the last about 3 months or so. We've had multiple events, including Hackfests, 3 of them, and as I mentioned, the trade show presence in Berlin at IFA. We've had a lot of PR and communications, and we'll go into some of that in detail. We've actually won an award from Postscapes, which covers the IoT industry, for the best open source IoT project. And we've developed branding guidelines and logo usage guidelines designed for AllSeen products. And there are 10 products now out from companies out here in the audience, and more on the way. Okay. Oh, that one. Okay. Here we go. So this is a slide that Eugene showed earlier this morning, talking about what we've put in place. We have a strong infrastructure in place to get the word out for our members about the products and about the industry and about the standard. We have a blog. We've had a number of contributions in there already in double digits. We send out monthly newsletters to all the members. We have a strong PR team. We've had, in fact, I've got another slide that will show the number of press releases we've had out, and we have a good social media activity as well, with consistent growth in people following us on social media. 15 press releases, 16 blog posts, 38 media and analyst briefings. This is all being supported by members in the audience, not just the marketing committee. We've had 10 speaking engagements, and again, the newsletters and the award I referred to earlier. This is a slide provided by Linux on our social media metrics. You can see we've had steady pickup in keyword impressions and month-on-month coverage, particularly in the fall when we had some major new members join the Alliance. The social media tracking has grown steadily. Month over month, we have a lot of new followers tracking our activities. As I said, Berlin was a big event, took place just in early September. Hire was generous enough to donate space. We had multiple demonstrations shown in the space with Panasonic and LifeX light bulbs, as well as the Hire product. We won 2 Technical Innovation Awards at IFA as a result of that. And LG as well showed their WebOS TVs using AllJoyn at IFA. So we had a very good presence. And as a reminder, we're looking for people to sponsor booth space for us at CES. So if you're interested, please come talk to us today or this afternoon at the marketing breakout. With that, I'll turn it over to Susan.
So I think you've seen this slide a little earlier, but again, it's just talking about how much traction we have really had in the last 11 months. Over 80 people joining. I know that we have hundreds of people still inquiring about joining our alliance, and we have representatives from a lot of key verticals, not just smart home, but security, analytics, and data. And so we want to keep growing those verticals and getting those right members to join our alliance to help grow this space. You'll see that in the media, we've got some key folks that are actually commenting about us. And one of our favorite ones that we have is from GigaOM, where they're saying, from the AllSeen Alliance, they are like a train that's picking up steam, especially with key members like Sony and Electrolux joining. So again, we're really proud of who we have and, and the contributions that we want to see from all of you. So moving on to 2014, we have a lot of work to do still. And what we want to do is some of the areas of focus that we're going to be discussing in our marketing committee will be around raising the awareness to the industry and members about the certification program that you just heard, how we'll implement the logo, how we'll get that message out to both not industry, but also to help you guys get the message out to consumers and to the media and the press. And then beginning a developer outreach program to that community to help them build experiences around the IoT products that you guys are going to be developing. And of course, keep continuing the strength of our Alliance communication out into the industry and to our consumers, and letting them know when they come even to our website that we'll have specific messaging for key verticals that we plan to target in the next coming year. So for those of you that are members and are going to be attending the marketing session, what we'll be covering, just give you a highlight, is we'll go over some of the other more detail of the FY14 accomplishments that we did, look at the board objectives that have been kind of identified at the board meeting yesterday and how those will translate into marketing objectives for us in FY15. And so we really encourage you that if you're a member, and you please send someone to the marketing committee so that we can all work together to find what our marketing plan is for FY15. And then we'll all talk about as well, the certification program and how we plan to roll that out and communicate that out in the next year. Resources, we mentioned a little bit, but please take advantage of the website out there. There's so much information for our members and even for the public. We have a blog. We invite people to please contribute to that blog and keep it going. If you have news, you have information, you have insight, you have a thought, approach us and we can help you with composing content for that blog. Of course, all of our social media channels are very active. Need that content, let us know when something is new with you, something you've developed, any excitement, let us know, and then we can help amplify that through the Alliance. That's what we're here for. The wiki for all of our members has lots of resources. Please go look at those things and get registered if you haven't already. And some of those things you'll see on the wiki are when we have our meetings, we'll have minutes up there, when the next dates of those meetings will be. We'll have presentations of those meetings so that you can see them if you happen to have not been able to attend. We've developed a lot of brand tools for you guys to use. PowerPoint templates, icons that go into those PowerPoint templates. A lot of the icons you've seen here have been developed by the marketing committee. Word templates, the AllSeen Alliance logo, and then the new member logos that we developed for each of our members, the premier, the community, and the sponsor, that you guys can use to integrate into your marketing materials, whether it's collateral, digital, or in your trade shows. We have messaging guides. We also have core PowerPoint decks that you can use to go out and use when you speak or when you're presenting about the Alliance and representing us in your industry or in your events. And then, of course, we have collateral for your trade shows, such as data sheets, we have signage. All is out there for you to utilize. Again, we're looking for someone to host us at CES. And so please, if you have any idea or maybe a suggestion or you don't know if it might work, please come talk to us and we can work with you to figure out how we might be able to have the Alliance represented at CES and working partner with you and collaborating at that event. So thank you very much.